Herschel Walker's net worth is $73 million, according to Forbes. In Georgia's 2022 race for the U.S. Senate, Herschel Walker is vying for the party's candidacy. In the coming years, Herschel Walker's net worth is anticipated to increase to $90 million due to his commercial endeavors and donations from wealthy individuals. Given the financial behemoth he has established for himself, Herschel Walker is expected to prevail in the upcoming elections in Florida. On March 3, 1962, Herschel Walker was born in Augusta, Georgia. His parents, Willis and Christina Walker, reared their family in Wrightsville, Georgia, with 7 kids. Walker attended Johnson County High School, where he participated in track, basketball, and football as a student athlete. Walker ran for a total of 3,167 yards during his senior year of football, contributing to the Trojans' first-ever state title victory. Herschel published a personal financial report as a candidate for the U.S. Senate in Georgia in April 2022. The study states that Herschel stated to have a net worth between $29 million to $65 million at the time. According to the article, Herschel reportedly received $4 million in personal income between December 2020 and December 2021. The company H. Walker Enterprises LLC, which Herschel's report valued between $25 and $50 million and claimed to have earned $3 million between 2020 and 2021, is by far the most significant asset in his financial report. H. Walker Enterprises LLC was described as providing business consultancy and professional services in the disclosure form. His financial form did not include a single firm that paid him the minimum of $5,000 for services done, as would be required on the record, although he claimed the company earned $3.195 million in revenue every year and was valued at $25 to $50 million. Let's imagine for a moment that his company's $25 to $50 million valuation is a gross exaggeration. You may suppose that a more accurate Herschel Walker net worth estimate would be $5 million on the low end and $73 million on the high end if you subtract those estimations from his net worth range of $29 to $60 million. According to the form, Herschel made about $415,000 from speaking. The New Jersey Generals of the USFL were where the 3-time All-Professional Americans football career started. In 1983 and 1985, he earned the USFL rushing championship. In anticipation of the USFL's demise, the Dallas Cowboys selected Herschel in the 5th round, 114th overall, of the 1985 NFL Draft. Herschel signed on with the Cowboys for the 1986 season once the USFL did fold. Raphael Warnock has done more for our enemies than he has done for our strong allies like Israel. Great to sit down with the at RJC this afternoon in Sandy Springs. The United States must always support Israel. pic.twitter.com/SKLJWFM8ec. The Cowboys dealt Walker to the Minnesota Vikings in 1989. 5 players, Jesse Solomon, Isaac Holt, Darren Nelson, David Howard, and Alex Stewart, and 6 future draft picks were given to the Cowboys in exchange for Walker. Many saw the Herschel Walker deal, sometimes referred to as the HWT, as a chance for the Vikings to secure a Super Bowl run. Herschel Walker recently spent $11 million on a luxurious home. He lives in an enormous 10,500 square foot house in Georgia. Herschel Walker added another $1 million to the house's restoration and repair costs. Herschel agreed to a 3-year, $5 million contract with the New Jersey Generals in 1983, which at the time was unheard of. J. Walter Duncan, a Dallas oil tycoon, was the team's owner at the time. The USFL's salary cap was $1.8 million, just like the NFL's. Herschel's contract was set up such that a portion of the money came from a separate personal services agreement he signed with the team owner. This was done to get around the cap. When Donald Trump acquired ownership of the team following the 1983 season, that contract was transferred to him. Herschel made a $1 million salary plus a $1 million bonus in the first year. He made $1 million in addition to the 1984 campaign. He made $1.25 million in 1985. Herschel agreed to a new 5-year, $5 million contract with the Cowboys for the 1986 season following the demise of the USFL in 1985. Tony Dorsett, a teammate, was outraged by Herschel's agreement because he had a 5-year, $4.5 million deal. Herschel got a 3-year, $4.8 million contract when he joined the New York Giants in 1995. Herschel started Renaissance Man Food Services in 1999 as a distributor of chicken. He constructed his chicken processing facility, and by 2008, it was said to be employing over 100 people and bringing in an estimated $70 million in total income. In a later court proceeding, Herschel revealed that the business made about $1.5 million in average annual earnings between 2008 and 2017. Following the COVID-19 incident, Herschel reported that the business's revenue had decreased by more than 50% when the company requested assistance from the Payment Protection Program. His PPP application indicated that the industry had 8 employees. In the end, Renaissance received $182,000 in PPP financing through 2 loans, with around half of that amount being forgiven. Walker wed Cindy DeAngelis Grossman in 1983. The pair met while attending college and had 1 son together. Having been married for 19 years, they got divorced in 2002. Around 2010, he started dating Julie M. Blanchard. 2010 is when they were first romantically linked. They live in Westlake, Texas, and are engaged. Blanchard was once employed at ESPN. Walker has long been a Republican and is well recognized for his political involvement. He appeared in a 2014 commercial supporting Jack Kingston's U.S. Senate campaign, funded by the United States Chamber of Commerce. Other candidates he has openly endorsed include President Donald Trump, Secretary of State Brian Kemp, and U.S. Senator Kelly Loeffler. In 2019, President Trump's Council on Sports, Fitness, and Nutrition nominated Walker as its co-chair. Herschel Walker, a former professional football player who now competes in mixed martial arts, has a $73 million fortune. During his NFL career, Herschel played for the Dallas Cowboys, Minnesota Vikings, Philadelphia Eagles, and New York Giants. He began his career playing for the New Jersey Generals in the now-defunct USFL from 1983 to 1985. This is all about this article, Herschel Walker net worth in 2022. Stay tuned for more updates at American Daily Voice.